What's going on? Brian Tong here, and 2020 is bringing us a whole lot of tech, including one of the most talked about phones, the Samsung Galaxy S11, with its rumored release sometime in mid-February. So that's really not too far away, and this is everything that we know right now, and there's a whole lot. Now, we already have a pretty good idea of what it will look like thanks to these renders based on CAD files by OnLeak's Steve Hemmerstoffer. These are early renders, so things may change, but the new S11 will reportedly come in three sizes similar to the S10 line. 6.2 inches for the S11e, 6.7 for the S11, and 6.9 for the S11 Plus. Now, a benchmark website also revealed the S11 will come with a 20:9 display. That's slightly taller than the S10's current 19:9 screen and could point to smaller bezels or even a slightly bigger screen. There's also a high probability that the buttery smooth 120Hz refresh rate is coming to the Galaxy line after a Samsung One UI 2.0 beta mode hinted at a 120Hz S11. Now, the Galaxy S11 will be powered by either Qualcomm's new Snapdragon 865 that brings 20% more CPU performance and 20% faster GPU performance for gaming, or the Exynos 990 depending on region, and they both support 120Hz displays for a much more responsive UI and smoother gaming, so that's a real strong bet to happen. Now, Geekbench 5 benchmarks also indicated the S11 will come loaded with 12 gigs of RAM. OnLeak's renders also showed a centered hole punch camera at the top, which is a change from the corner placement on the S10. And if you aren't a fan of the big camera bump on the booty side of phones, it's just time to get over it. Samsung just announced the S10 Lite and Note 10 Lite with a centered hole punch selfie camera and the rectangular corner camera bump, so this new design is really here to stay. And the S11 looks like it'll make theirs even bigger because, size matters. Now, we're getting so much versatility with the cameras on our phones that I don't really have a problem with these huge camera bumps anymore. Obviously, I did initially because they aren't the most attractive. They are an eyesore, but this is a trade-off that I'm willing to accept when you have just these great camera features. Now, even the layout of the camera has changed from the original S11 renders that we saw earlier. Hemmerstoffer posted an updated camera layout that looks like this. The rumors is that this new camera arrangement will include a wide-angle lens, ultra-wide, and telephoto lens, plus a time-of-flight camera for depth mapping and measuring the size of real-world objects that will help with photo, video, and augmented reality features. Now, we already saw Samsung start playing with live focus for bokeh-style video last year, and this will only make it better. Now, reports from Sam Mobile also say that the S11 will use the industry's first 108-megapixel camera sensor. It's the ISO Cellbrite HMX that Samsung developed in partnership with Xiaomi and debuted first in Xiaomi's CC9 Pro phone last year. Now, the other big camera feature, a 5x optical zoom and a 10x hybrid digital and optical zoom. When you look at the camera arrangement, it kind of looks off balance because there's this lens at the bottom corner, but then nothing to the right of it is just space. But what could be taking up that space? Samsung is believed to be laying a camera module flat like a periscope to enable this 5x zoom on one of the lenses that will also have optical image stabilization. And by using this periscope method, it allows them to get this optical zoom without having a large protruding camera lens on the phone. It's all in the phone, makes it flush. So report says the camera's codenamed Hubble internally at Samsung, named after the Hubble telescope that created its amazing images from space. But if you remember, it also did have some problems from launch. Hopefully this doesn't happen with the S11. And if there's one place where innovation isn't dead on a phone, it's with its cameras, and this is going to be extremely compelling if all of this comes together as reported. Now, Sam Mobile also says that the S11 lineup will come with 4 storage options, 128 gigs, 256, 512, and 1 terabyte, but not all models will have all 4 storage options. There's no confirmation if there's a micro SD card slot for expansion, but it's believed the S11 will not include a headphone jack like previous models. But hey, Samsung, you're already doing some big things here. Why don't you just surprise us and throw it back on there? Okay. Fine, I know it's not going to happen, but it is expected that all models of the S11 will offer 5G compatibility instead of having completely separate 5G versions like the S10 did. The other cool feature, the Galaxy S11's active area dimension for its in-display fingerprint sensor will nearly double in size to 64 square millimeters compared to the S10's 36 square millimeter area. I saw a demo of this new tech at Qualcomm's Tech Summit back in December, and it should be more accurate and easier to target for users. New hardware means new software, and that also means new features. The S11 will run Android 10 out of the box, that's expected, and will come with the Samsung One UI 2.1. No major software features have been leaked yet, but the thinking is that wireless DeX mode could be a good bet in 2020. Samsung also loads up with a lot of new camera features. And again, if we just go back to Qualcomm's Tech Summit, they went down a list of what the 865 Snapdragon was capable of supporting, including the ability to shoot up to 200 megapixel still images. We'll have 108 on this. Capture 8K video and shoot 960 frames per second slow motion video recording with no time limitations. It can support video capture with Dolby Vision HDR directly from your phone. This would be the first on a mobile device, and also have the ability to capture 4K HDR video with the portrait mode bokeh video effect. So it just really comes down to what Samsung unlocks, but this could be a beast of a camera with absolutely beast features that we've never seen before. There's still no pricing. We can expect it to be along the lines of the S10, which started at $899 US. A report says the S11 and S11 Plus will be released on February the 18th. That's not officially confirmed, but that also could point out to an event for the official announcement happening the week before on possibly February the 10th or the 11th. Sam Mobile also reports it will come in blue, pink, black, and white colors, which are the same options on a Note 10, with a strong chance the Aura Glow, it kind of reminds me of Wonder Woman 84, may make its way to the S11 as well, since it was such a hit with the Note. And you know, now that I'm thinking about it, I mean, that's a perfect like sponsorship synergy thing. But this is going to be really a strong start for Samsung with features that others will have to try and catch up to, or best, which could really be tough. We're just about a month away, so more details will absolutely be pouring in. But what do you think about the Galaxy S11 and S11 Plus and S11e so far? Are you hyped for it? Are you not? Let me know in the comments. And you know what? Let's also be civil and nice to each other. It's a new year, 2020. All right, if you like this video, thumbs up, subs up, and hit that notification bell, ding, to get all my videos when they drop. Thanks so much for watching. Take care, be safe, and we'll talk to you soon. Peace.